Oh, had to cough just to hit that button. Hi, everybody. What's up, guys? It has been a morning. In the crazy last day, I have, it's so early? Is it? I think I'm doing an hour early today because we have 2 builds. I feel like it's still 10 a.m. in the morning because of this stupid time change that we had to do. So that was frustrating. Bro, Event Horizon? Do you like it, Nice Tea? I hate daylight savings. I know, dude. It's okay. We're doing Dane's build afterwards. It won't be the first thing we do. It'll be the second thing we do. Are you building the Gawk Lily soon? I am. I am building that soon-ish. I have, I think, a week before I do that. I wrote it down on my calendar. I'll let you guys know as soon as I have like a concrete date on it. And then I'm also doing the new Matrix keyboard too. Shogun is such a good show. Dude, it's so good. I started, like I told you guys I was going to do, I started the other show last night too. Bad Batch Season 3. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Bob Hotshot, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you.
Happy Sunday.
Oh. So, quick little news things. I'm starting this new thing that I'm going to try to adhere to every single day. It's a set of 3 different exercises, technically 4, but I'll just call it 3, just because one's not every day, that I'm going to do every day. It only takes about 20 minutes total, not even. So, oh, you know what? I need to grab something after this. I need to grab the plate from Hype Keyboards for the Corsa, but we'll do that afterwards because I have to do the Fuji first. Hi, everybody. You got rid of Boneyard? Well, it's not that I got rid of it. I just swapped off of it because we're using Boneyard on something else right now, so I figured this is a good set for this. I mean, it looks good. I like the way it looks. Look at this. I think it looks sweet. I'm okay today, honestly. Nice tea. Please build a lid at 1 p.m. Yes, it'll probably be a daytime stream. And most likely will be a daytime stream for that. Wait. What are the 3 things? Oh, so it's small and it doesn't take away from me actually going to do treadmill and like cardio and stuff, but I'm gonna try to adhere to it's so simple.
Hope you're doing good today, Alex.
Thank you so much for the tier 1.
You saw my PP message. Smile.
What? Do you mean you DM'd me? I haven't looked at any of my DMs in the last 24 hours. PayPal. Oh, okay, huh? Just heavy switches for finger exercises? No. What I'm doing is push-ups, tricep dips, and basically like a weighted squat, basically. I'm just doing like that as like a morning thing when I get up. So I do 2 sets of each of those. And then I go do my cardio and stuff. I did it already 2 days in a row. Today was actually tough to do it. I don't know why. My body's sore today. But yeah, it actually feels really good. Just to get some like movement happening in the morning. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, you know? How do you prep your Nixies in terms of lube, film? So lube and film, lube-wise 205. And then I'm doing Deskies, really. That's like the only one. That can swole those gains. I mean, I've only done it for 2 days, Ugtug, so hopefully we get some like definition happening. I don't know. I feel like I'm really fucking out of shape, dude. I feel like I can walk and I have good cardio for things, though. That's like not an issue for me, but other than that, love your photo walk galleries. Dude, okay, while I get this keyboard out, I've had the worst last 48 hours, dude, when it comes to my website. And a bunch of other things, which I'll tell you guys about later. Something updated on my website. I think I had something set to auto-update, and it just fucked everything up, dude. Everything got screwed up, dude. It was crazy. So I had to spend all night, like I had to cut my few hours I had to myself short, and I had to basically rebuild a whole bunch of things on my website. I think I have it all working now, though. I think. It's on a content platform builder. Like, it's yes and no, Nice Tea. Like, there is some stuff I did, so. Okay. This is a Fuji75. So, just quickly about this, I'll tell you guys about my poo-poo weekend after this. Just quickly about this, because I wanna talk about it. The Fuji series, so this was sent to me by Key Spenceri. the Fuji75 and the other Fuji keyboards by CMM Studios have obviously had a bad course of, whatever. They have a bad image. It was a pretty disappointing group buy experience, I think, for the 65. I don't know if the 75 ever made it to market because I never looked at a 75 or was interested in the 75 at the time. I know they did a Fuji75 Dreaming Girl group buy that had like 100 or so units sold. Apparently that was delivered with no issues. CMM Studios has basically turned into Sakura Workshop, which doesn't really excuse like the disappointing group buy experience they had of the Fuji 65. It doesn't. Let's be real here. However, this project is going to be vendored by Kispenseri, which, in my opinion, has had better experiences with a lot of things. So I'm 100% behind you doing Kispenseri for this. Cavi, thank you so much for the tier 2.
Tis a 10, just like
Thank you. Their smaller in-stock sales, etc., were really good, but mostly the GBs had real issues. Yes, larger GBs always have lots of issues with smaller vendors, especially, or just smaller teams. The Fuji 65 was amazing if you ignore the GB situation. It's a good keyboard otherwise. Like, it's a pretty solid keyboard. So, with that being said, this is going to be manufactured by the same factory, I'm told, as the Haven and the Alien and the Bina, which I personally think the Haven series was very well done. The Alien, I know I built one. I think I still have the prototype here, but I don't really remember. It's in a box somewhere. I don't think it's actually mine to keep. And the Bina was really good too. I did see some people had very small minor issues with the Bina. But yeah, those boards were good. I agree with UgTug. So with that out of the way, and this is just me kind of doing some digging, I actually asked Frether and some other team members in Kispenseri to give me some information, just because honestly, I was a little hesitant to cover this. So I was like, man, I know the Fuji 65 ended up really good, but I need to do my due diligence in making sure that the Fuji 75 is at least on paper supposed to be better. So with that being said, I don't know if there's any changes being made to this. I think the package you got, pink colorway, okay, no. So I think the only thing that we're going to look at that's probably a little different is maybe, or I guess the main changes from the original design, but that doesn't really matter. I think they might be doing some screw positionings different for the final. We'll see though. So, UgTug. How do you pronounce it? Isn't it UgTug? I've always said UgTug my entire time I've seen UgTug here. Wanted to stay in and say hi, Alex. Hi, chat. Hi, Kip. How are you doing? Kip, I need to ship out your thing still. I have it in a box. It's ready to go. I just need to ship it out. All right, let's take a look at this guy. Let's move some stuff out of the way. But yeah, how's your guys' weekend? Did you guys also lose an hour of sleep? God, there's so much stuff in here. Some stickers, a little dear customer thing from Sakura Workshop. Cool. Let's take a look at the board here. I am excited for the new Matrix board. The answer is yes to that. Please sell me your Event Horizon. I don't. I like it though. That's a nice pink actually. Damn. This is kind of a cute pink. It's like so soft looking. I like what they did here. They extended the weight off. I don't remember anything about the Fuji 75, by the way. At the time, it just wasn't a board I was interested in. Oh, this is nice, actually. Yeah, it's like a bubblegum kind of pink, almost. Yeah. Now, it does look like it uses adhesive feet. So nice. Hey, Kilo, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate you, dude. I do like the overall design of it. The PVDing isn't the best PVDing in the world, but it's definitely not the worst. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see some of the rippling. Maybe not. It's too reflective. Oh, whatever. There is a small amount. Let's see if I can get this camera. This camera's on manual focus. Very small amount of rippling. You can kind of see it. So it's not the absolute best PVD I've seen in the world. However, Let me tell you, I have seen way worse. This is still, to me, very passable as high quality. Yeah, you can still see it though, so just so you guys are aware, it's there. It's still good quality. The side profile looks really nice. It does look like we have 3 screws on the bottom, which I think they said they're switching to 4, and then 4 on the top. Interesting screw placements. I wonder how that's going to affect the sound of the board. And then we have the side profile, which is kind of cool with this weight. I don't mind this at all. That looks pretty nice. Very, very cool. And here's the back of the board where the weight kind of peeks out a little bit. I kind of like the visible screws here. I don't know if it's just me. I've always been a big fan of hardware like this though, so this is very much my style.
Wow.
Thank
Body
you.
pillow, wow.
What? Geoff really, really wants that body pillow, bro. And then we have a brass weight on the inside. This weighs a lot too, so technically this is a 4-piece design. Brass weight, then you got the PVD'd weight, which I think is, I want to also say that's stainless. And then we have the 2 pieces, the bottom and the top. Okay. Cool. And then a little Sakura workshop with a little flower here on the top right. All right. Overall, pretty nice. The bezel width is pretty even on all 4 sides too. So, and it does look like we're using gasket socks, which is a nice thing to see. But okay. I kind of like the idea of having the gasket socks with this build. It does look like there's 2 screws missing here. I don't think that will affect anything though. Hi Cass, how you doing? Let me move this over to the side. Let's take a look at the PCB next. I think both of these PCBs are the same. Might actually pick this up. Yeah, I don't have much information past this, by the way, though, guys. I think the IC... I don't know if they put a price here. It just says prices to be determined. I don't know what the prices are going to be, but my only concern really would be the front height on this. It does seem a little bit high. I don't know if they have a front height listed here. They don't. That's okay. It is at 7.5 degree typing angle though. All right, let's see this because this is important too. There are some updates there. Is there? We have PCB. So this is a hot swap PCB here. Tons of options. I am not concerned for options here. It doesn't look like the hot swap PCB has ISO. I don't think this one here does either. I think they're both the same. So no ISO, but we do have split backspace, stepped and regular caps, standard left shift. So we've got some options here. Has a Kura, Alex? Oh, that'd be interesting for today. That would be indeed interesting. Howie, you like high front heights? I think you're kind of in the... Oh, look, it's a wrist rest. Oh, that's kind of cute. Does it come with this? That I'm not sure about. It does come with the wrist rest. I think. Wait, how does this work? Wait, what is this? Is this to change the typing angle or something? That's the back weight? Oh, it is? I thought this was a wrist rest, to be honest. I'm sure you could even double this as something like a wrist rest. Oh, so they have an alternate aluminum back piece here. Oh, because I guess this is like a special edition version then. That's interesting. All pink if you guys want to go all pink. Interesting. Dude, if you do buy this though, hear me out, bro. That's a wrist rest. I'm not even lying. But you'd have the feet on the wrong side here. Okay, let's move this side. I don't think I'm going to install the pink one. And then we have foam, PE foam, a plate, and another plate. Now, I think we're going to use FR4 today. Just because I'm more confident in the FR4 with the switches that I chose. Now I'm regretting the switches that I chose because they're totally a different color than this keyboard. Hi Azim, how you doing? How am I doing, Canadian mustachio? I'm doing okay. Let me get some stabs. 1 second, guys. What keyboard is this again? This is the Fuji75. Did they have a price point in their Discord. Sorry, I don't see a price point. Oh wait, they have a product page here. Oh, never mind. It's right here on the product page. 380 versus 450. So this is definitely on the higher side. I'm going to be very, very honest. For 450, I want to see that PVD weight get better in terms of rippling. I personally don't like the rippling on it. I would like to see it get a little bit better. Oh, Nev, did I not refund them? I'll do it after this, Nev. Unfortunately, it doesn't give me an option here in Stream, I guess OBS. In Streamlabs, when I was using that one, they were totally dead. All right, let's do some stabilizers. I ordered a 35mm point and shoot camera. Ooh, the front height's 19? Dude, there's no way this is 19. Okay, I have to take a look at that afterwards. This seems so high. I would say this is 21 if I had to like guess. I don't have a measuring tape with me. I'll go get my measuring tape after this. There's no way this is 19. Let me see. What do they have it on their website here? Oh yeah, they have 19mm listed. Dude, I don't know why. This seems a little tall. Okay, we'll take a look afterwards. I'll measure that afterwards. Let's do some stabs. Photography related question, but any thoughts on the Fujifilm X100 cameras as a newcomer into the hobby? I think you'll end up really liking the Fuji 100 series. But I think my question for you more so is, what is your goal with picture taking? Because if I'm being honest, I think the 100 series is kind of pricey right now.
You cannot measure.
Intense.
My love for you.
Dude. You know what? Literally can't measure that, bro. Love you too much. Oh wait, I think I need to get one more set of stems out. Thank you so much, Intense, for the Prime. I appreciate you. Alex been spoiling us lately. Feels nice being loved for once. Astra. Oh, wrong thing. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of streams. Next week is also going to be a very heavy stream week, so. Because you know what though, Choo-Choo, about your question there. The only reason I don't think the 100s, like, it's a great big camera if you have the money for it. However, I do think if you're getting into photos and you just want something like a run and gun kind of point and shoot camera, I high key think the Ricoh GR3 is a better camera for that. Mainly because it's cheaper and it's way smaller. And it also gives you pretty outstanding images too. That is my opinion there. The 100 series is really expensive right now just because it's been so hyped up. And then my other issue with the 100 series is wait times. Unless you're buying like a used, maybe 100V at this point here. Fuji cameras look sexy. Fuji cameras are nice looking. You know, I'm always torn though whether I like silver cameras or just all black cameras. I think I feel differently depending on the week. Cause dude, the other day I was like, man, I regret buying most of my Fuji gear in silver. And now I'm like, man, the black cameras are kind of boring though. Like the silver at least adds some character, you know? So I'm like back and forth with how I feel about that particular decision. Yeah, dude, everyone who I know who's picked up a Ricoh ends up loving it, especially because it's like, dude, it's like basically credit card sized. You can throw that thing in your pocket. It's crazy. Well, I mean, you can do that same stuff with the Ricoh. Well, I mean, okay, look at this. I don't have any of the silver ones available to show you guys, but like, it's nice. It's sleek looking, but it's also a little boring. But then if you look at a silver camera, I got cameras everywhere on my desk. The silver cameras have some character, you know? Like, they're fun looking. you know, it depends on, I guess, what you're doing. I don't know why I have so many cameras on my desk right now. People make custom leathers for Fuji. They make, I think, custom leathers for a lot of things. Although I don't know if I'd personally go for like a custom leather, I guess, wrap for my camera. For some reason, I just don't trust it. It is, Zeke, it is. I do RQ. Silver looks better to me. The black looks plasticky. I don't know why. Yeah, like I said, I go back and forth with camera bodies and like what I think about overall colors. However, there are some really nice special edition cameras I've seen that look crazy cool. Enjoy, man. Thank you, Zeke. Appreciate you, man. Who's gonna Cerakote their cameras? People already do that, I think. People do like custom painted cameras. They already do. It's pretty crazy. Silver cameras make you look old. Okay, I will say this though. When I used to bring my Sony cameras outside, when I was really into street photography with my Sony cameras way back in the day, I got stopped a lot, and people would also look at you and you know, think professional camera, even though it wasn't. It wasn't like a crazy, like, it just, they look at big lens, all black camera, and it looks more like, you know, super digital, high-end pro. The amount of times people have looked at the Leica, for example, and then go, oh, that's cute, you're taking film. It just makes me feel a little bit better too, because they don't really perceive it as something super serious. Which is a little nicer to be a little bit more stealthy, you know what I mean? It's odd. The one that sticks out a little bit more is the stealthier one in people's eyes. Just sold the X Pro 3 Black, now considering the Ricoh. Dude, the Ricoh's sick. I sold my Ricoh just because I don't really have a use for it right now. But if I had kept that as like a little point and shoot, like run and gun kind of camera, that's perfect for me. That was the perfect size. So if that need ever comes up again, I'm going to pick one. High-end cameras are more white, to be honest. Isn't that just Canon, though? Doesn't Canon only do white lenses? I think it's just exclusive to Canon. Mitsu, how you doing? Fuji did the X70, which is similar to the Ricoh. They've got to update that design. I don't expect Fuji to do shit anymore. They're so focused on that X106 launch. You ever have keyboard sales? No, I'm going to be very honest. I don't ever have keyboard sales. The only time I will sell anything is if I have a duplicate of it that I purchased with my own money, or if it's a close friend that just needs a keyboard and either I give it to them or they just pay shipping or something. I don't know, just to cover my expenses of the board, you know. That is the only time I'll ever sell anything. The majority of the keyboards I have are given away during big giveaways that we do here on the stream, or through Discord. I don't really love selling keyboards. Like, the idea of receiving something and then selling it afterwards seems a little bit far-fetched to me. Like, I don't know why, it just does. Although I don't disagree with the idea of it. I think it's fine if you're compensated with a keyboard and want to sell it, then go for it. But for me, I just feel better doing giveaways for those. Like I said, the odd occasion I'll sell one or two to friends, but it's really to close friends. That's it. I need an event horizon. I tried selling my Class 70 EC with extras, no takers. Well, market's hard now. The aftermarket is a little awkward right now because a lot of people are dumping boards. You have to understand, though, with the aftermarket the way it is right now. Oh, I did take out too many steps. A lot of people are coming into the hobby again, and they want to sell things to get other things. And maybe they were already in the hobby 2 or 3 years ago. So it's a lot of that. It's very much a buyer's market for the aftermarket stuff right now. You can pick up a lot of stuff for cheap. So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting market for keyboards right now. I personally think the keyboard market is doing decent. I've definitely seen a lot of people come into the hobby that are brand new. While I also think it's a great market for beginners. It's the best it's ever been. I say this every year because it just gets better and better. But I think this is probably one of the first years I can confidently say, hear me out, that I think this is actually a really good year for people who just are into keyboards as well, like who want something a little bit more premium. It has been a good year for that. There has been, in the last, I would say, 9 months alone, some really solid keyboard releases that are not just, premium versions of something. We do get occasionally the ones that are a little bit more just like laid back and relax with a high price tag. But no, dude, there's been some good stuff. True story, my buddy and I were both out of the game for a couple years and just ramped back up, not selling anything, but can definitely see if money was an issue. Yeah. I've spoke to a few people who are selling things that have told me that they're just basically dumping old things to fund new things, which is pretty much how it works in these type of hobbies. Smaller niche hobbies always tend to work this way. What is this little piece of plastic? Selling to find my Kohaku. There are certain boards that really hold their value, I guess, on the aftermarket, huh? They do. Where do people usually put keyboards at them for sale? Reddit or the Discord. But some people do it in smaller Discords too. Like I would say my Discord also would be a bit smaller for that, Hey Alex, good day to you. What's up, Roro? How you doing? Just curious, do you have a site that you post the Insta-Key photos in full res? Shit, I don't remember if there's a command for this or not. Somewhere, it's my Ko-Fi coffee link. I have a bundle you can just download with everything that I take photos of. Not every single photo in the world, but I would say there's a bunch. Oh yeah, there, I have it right there. Right there. Nana remembers. I have a bunch of keyboard photos there. Not every single one in the world. My other suggestion to you is just to go through my Twitter, because I upload pretty high resolution photos to Twitter, and you can just download those ones there too. But if you just want it like a bundle of something, there you go. What got me into keyboards? Okay, number one thing that got me into keyboards. I was just customizing my desk at the time. I was bored. I was, basically, I'm going to be very, very brutally honest with you guys. I was kind of bummed out and depressed. And I just wanted to make the desk I was spending every day in front of look pretty. That was it. And then I kind of just fell down the rabbit hole because I was like, oh, this is fun. This is like Lego for adults. And it was just fun seeing what new things were being released at the time. There wasn't like a crap ton when I joined. Like it wasn't shit tons of things being released every single day. But there was enough to keep me entertained for sure. Let me just quickly grab my pink desk pad here. That's when I think the hobby boomed in the pandemic. The hobby... Okay, let me actually... I'm going to see my piece on this. My opinion. I personally think looking at the hobby... Looking at anything during the pandemic is a bad thing to do. Because it's so inflated because of many reasons. Boredom at home. You couldn't go out. So therefore, if you put aside a few dollars for going out during the summer, kiss that idea goodbye, and you have a few extra dollars in your pocket. Then people got those nice little stimmy checks, and people were spending money on the keyboard hobby. Then there was just a lot of people who were like designers and stuff like that who were bored at home as well. So when you factor that and many more things into play, I think looking at any hobby during the pandemic, especially tech-related stuff, is just bad to do. I do feel like a lot of people think of like the pandemic keyboard era as like glory days of keyboards, but it was so inflated and saturated that I mean, there was like a GMK release happening every week, I swear to God. And there was I mean, at the time it was really fun to look at all the cool new keyboards, but there was I would say probably a keyboard being released pretty often. I would say once every 2 weeks, once every week even, and not for nothing, they were all the same. I don't know if people remember how similar the keyboards during that time period was. We had basically every keyboard was just really expensive and very basic features. There's been more feature, like quality of life updates and just new things that have come out in the last year than I would say during all of the pandemic. I would say the only good thing that maybe got like really looked into depth was, I guess, more of like a mass production type thing. You mean 65% gasket mounted keyboards? Basically. I mean, maybe these will go nice on this keyboard. You won't see the blue. So, okay. I got these sent to me. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Everyone now, we just had this whole HMX train that I really like the HMX switches. I got so many emails when I launched that little page. There was like 4 or 5 different people who emailed me, people DMing me. I think in total, about 25 to 30 people separately messaged me within 24 hours and said, you got to check out more SWK switches. I've tried SWK. They're really good. I personally think they're a bit too bright for my tastes. However, everyone kept saying, you got to try more out. There's new ones coming out. You got to try them. So I spoke to Click Clack, and let me just remember the name of these. I asked if I could take a look at some, and they sent me over some Ripple switches. So these are nylon housings, palm stem, long poles by SWK with stock lube. So we'll see how these all work. Let me see. Is there any like new things with this? Everyone kept saying SWK stock lube is way better than anything else. I'm not going to disagree with it because I haven't used enough SWK switches. But we'll see. We shall see for today's stream. It is SWK, right? I'm thinking of the right brand? Yeah, SWK. SWK. We used an SWK switch not too long ago, actually. These are Ripple switches. I don't know when these will be available. But I already did test these. I did a lot of looking at these behind the scenes. Oh, are we having an issue with this plate? Oh, no, we're not. I like SWK, but not easy to come by. Well, maybe if they gain some traction and popularity, perhaps they will. Late Sunday morning, good afternoon / morning, Alex. Good afternoon, Zane. By the way, guys, thank you guys for the follows and thank you guys all for the subs. I really appreciate the support and love here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys about the rest of my weekend. Dude, I think okay, I'm gonna get deep and personal right now. The last, I would say the last week and a half, I've had a really bad week and a half, man. I think outside of the things I enjoy, like streaming and stuff, everything has just been like topsy-turvy. It kind of got to me yesterday. I'm not going to lie. I think I had a moment where I had to walk outside. I was just like, man, I need to go walk outside and like just breathe. Like I hate getting to that point where I feel like so out of breath even in my own home. So I took a walk. But yeah, touch grass kind of day. What's up, Kirst? How you doing, man? So yeah, what happened was, on top of the other stuff I've told you guys about, I wake up yesterday and I'm pumped up because I'm like, this is my first day off. Like my first actual day off in a long time. I wake up, immediately wake up, make myself a nice breakfast. So I'm happy about that. Very grateful. Have to remember the things we're grateful for. Make myself just an egg and bacon sandwich. It was really good. But the moment I finished that, I got a call and, oh my God, who subbed? Choo Choo, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I get a call and basically, this is more of like an adults, like situation where it's kind of like, man, this feels like you're adulting now. Basically, there's like a hiccup with my taxes. And I already was stressed out doing those. And the hiccup is, dude, I'm just going to tell you guys. Apparently, I didn't look at something that the revenue agency sent me from 6 months ago. And I was desperately trying to find an email. I'm like, dude, when did they send this? And it was so confusing. They just, the government, man, is crazy. But they are trying to get basically more information about what I do. And they're putting everything I submitted on hold until I give them more information about what I do. Which is content creation in the grand scheme of things. But because I didn't see that, the 30 days that you have to answer that expired. So they assumed that so in I don't know, I think this works everywhere. Basically, like if I charge someone $50 for a build, in Canada, I'll charge them provincial taxes because they live in Canada. But I can't charge provincial taxes to someone who doesn't live in Canada. So they were about to basically put every build service that I made, they were like, yeah, even though you didn't charge HST, we're going to start like basically take it from you. So I was like, oh my God, this is going to cost me some money. So I ended up calling, I got it straightened up. It was really fucking stressful. Thank God they were open on a Saturday. But by the time I was done fixing that, I also noticed that they reassessed some other thing and I had to owe $600, which is a lot of money. And I'm just like, okay, why do I gotta owe $600 for this? And dude, trying to call them about why I owe them that money was like pulling fucking teeth, dude. I still, after a day of talking to them, don't have an answer of why I owe $600. I paid so much. Yeah, they take so much. Dane, what's up, dude? Sounds good, Dane. Sounds good. So there was that. Then on top of that, my website broke. And I think I was even talking to Dane because I was like, man, are you seeing this on my website? So my website basically broke because an add-on updated and fucked my whole website up. So that was really annoying. And that was about a day's worth of work. And by the time I finished dealing with that, and then I was just like, all right, it's like 4 o'clock now in the afternoon. There goes my entire morning. Because I woke up early to just chill. And just like, I wanted to play video games all day yesterday. There goes my entire morning. I'm out $600 now. And now I just don't feel like, having fun. Like I it's just one of those moods, like you just don't feel like having fun now. So yeah, it was a bit depressing, and then I ended up just working and did some other stuff, and it was a day, man. It was a day. Nev, that's what I learned from yesterday's experience. It was a day indeed. Definitely a mood/week breaker. Yeah, especially because we've been, I don't know about you guys, but we've been trying very hard to be very smart with saving. So when you get a big chunk of money like that just being ripped away from you for seemingly nothing you can understand, it's kind of sucky. Yeah, cursed. And then the only other bad thing that happened was, which also kind of ate at me a little bit, I was working on this Photoshop thing that I was trying to do. Just making an image, just because I was finding it entertaining. And guys, I kid you not, I was on my Windows computer for this, and I never do things on Windows because I don't know, Photoshop hates Windows. So I was just doing it there because I was like, I wanted to be, it's a little corner desk. It's about yay big, and I have my computer on it, so I can fit my keyboard and a mouse like this, and I have the monitor. I just keep it in the bedroom. And I have a case for my computer, and I bought a riser for it recently. And the button to power on the computer is at the bottom of the case. And because now the case sits at foot level, basically, like where I swing my feet back and forth, I swung my foot into the power button, and it powered down my computer, and I lost the thing I was working on. So that was how I ended off yesterday. Bruh, I know. You need a break? This is kind of my break right now. Just putting together a keyboard. It's just relaxing. You can recover to a point. So, Cursed, it recovered nothing. And I have auto up, like, saving on. But because I did so much stuff in, like, a short period of time, I guess it just didn't auto save for whatever reason. The only thing I got back was like my starting point, which was me picking some color palettes and a background color. Hi, Keyboard Dad. How are you doing? Honestly, Chappie, my girlfriend suggested that to me yesterday. She's like, you need some time off. I think I just need things to not go wrong. I think that's it, dude. I can't work without pressing Control S every second. Have you guys ever lost like a big project due to something weird, like a corrupted file or anything? I'm going to be taking a week off during the summer. That's for sure. I think I need to do a week off or something, but I'm good right now. Like, I don't feel burnt out at all, by the way, guys. I was just having a bad week. That's it. 800-hour project in C4D once? Oh, shit. Photoshop hates Mac? Really? I've had 0 issues with Mac. Like, 0. Mine has been super good. Ooh, these switches sound really nice, actually. Kopiku, thank you so much for a Prime. I appreciate that. Ooh. Okay, it was a good choice to pair these with FR4. So again, these are the SWK Ripple switches. This is how they look, by the way. It's a milky top. The stock lube is insane on these, actually. Ripple, not nipple. Kicked the power cord on my PS3 and bricked it? No way, really? It can brick just from that? Is today giveaway day, or is that later in the week? It is on the 18th. 18th will be the big giveaway day. Ooh, this kind of sounds nice already. I restored an empty backup file to production server. Speaking of stock lube, I got some macchiatos, and oh my god, they're incredible. Yeah, there was a lot of people kind of feeling some type of way about the whole HMX recommendation. I'm guessing some people have had HMX switch issues. Now, I still haven't encountered those personally, so I don't think I can really speak on the matter too much. Also, was there feet that they wanted me to put on this? Because I didn't see any. Is this it? Oh yeah, I guess I'll put the feet on. Yeah, we're gonna do a Corsa for Dean. It's actually my Corsa we're doing for Dean. Lily? Shit, I don't remember the day I'm building the Lily. I have it set though. That's blasphemy. Dean, did you ever figure out what camera you're buying, by the way? I feel like me and you have been talking about that every single day, and we still haven't come to a conclusion for you. Oh man, this has weight to it. Could you show us your green mode keyboard? I'm thinking about getting one, but the price? Are you talking about the Envoy or the Sonnet? which one we chit-chatting about right now? I haven't picked yet, but I'm digging the idea last night. Seems most worth the money. Yeah, I think our last one was the best idea. I saw the Gion Notion posting and you were in it. For the Lily? Shit, okay, let me tell you guys what day I'm building it. I was like, what keyboard from Gion? Let me tell you exactly what day, all right? We're building it. Where did I put it? Okay, so the Matrix board, we're building on the 14th. And then the Lily, did I label it something different? The Lily, we're most likely doing the 21st. However, I kind of feel like I should move that back a bit sooner. Guys, we're doing a build the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, the 17th, the 18th, the 19th, the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd, and maybe even the 23rd. There's going to be one day with no keyboard build. That's how many keyboard builds we're doing in the next 2 weeks. Dude, and then we're back to normal. We're back to doing 3 streams a week after that. This always happens. It's once a month where everyone wants a board done, and it's always like the last 2 weeks of the month. Or yeah, I would say mid-month. Everyone wants a board done. And I'll tell people, hey, you know what? As a business, you should probably pre-plan these things. But nobody does, man. Everyone just sends me stuff to like, hey, do you have time next week to build this? It's not that I don't. I'll make the time, but I do feel like people should better plan their projects. Because then that means also I don't have much time to like do research and stuff and ask questions and take looks beforehand, stuff like that. You know what I mean? The mouse is custom painted. Good afternoon. Hi, Lamp. How are you doing today? So nice.
Here we go.
Insta. Dude, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, dude. All right, let's get our screwdriver out. Where the fuck is my screwdriver? I put it somewhere. I have no idea. Oh, right here. It feels weird at 12:40. Hour ahead threw me off. Well, you know what? Okay. That hour threw me off so bad last night. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys something, and it's kind of embarrassing. So I woke up in a panic this morning, and I knew the hour was supposed to move forward. And my delirious ass this morning thought that we had to do it manually, even though the phones and everything does it for you. And it's been like that for a long, long time. But I was so delirious, and I think I probably had a dream about it, that we had to move the hour forward. So I woke up, and it said 10, because I woke up late. So I was staying up all night fixing my website. It said 10:06. So I woke up in a panic because I'm like, bro, I stream in an hour basically, and my girlfriend had to do something. So I'm like, babe, and she looks at me. She's like, what? I'm like, it's 11:06. So then she was getting up, and then she realized that I'm an idiot. She didn't say anything to me because she was too tired. Then I ran to my room and I started getting everything ready for stream. I start making coffee, and then I look at my clock, and I'm like, wait. It's 10:20. So then I realized how much of an idiot I was. It's been a long time since we had to do it manually, but dude, I was just in such a delirious state because I don't think I slept very well. But I was super delirious. Can I have suggestions for good switches for Kohaku with aluminum besides MX Blacks? Ogun's like, listen, Alex, I know you like MX Black switches, but please don't fucking recommend me those. You know what actually I really liked for Kohaku? I think going a long pole switch sounds really good. I built my Kohaku with cherry blossoms, I believe, which are a long pole switch. I would even suggest maybe trying out cream sodas. Obscuras might sound really good. And then if you really want to go something unique, which I think will sound very good, try going Gateron Cap V2s. I think you'd like those. Like a lot. And then if you really want to go something a little bit more different for that particular board, but also have a good sound signature, well, I wouldn't say it's very different. If you want to go something that I know is a safe choice, try just going milky yellows. Probably not the answer you want to hear, but it's the answer I'm going to give you, unfortunately. Got milky yellow pros and ended up cleaning and relubing them. They sound so creamy in this Key 65. Yeah, they're a genuinely, like, they're a baller switch, bro. They're such a good switch. What the fuck? This is interesting. So this is how they have the weight, or I guess the accent. It's just a cube with a little pad underneath it. But why do they have this hollow thing to it? I'm so interesting. So is there padding on the top too? I guess not. The cube? Interesting. Weight reduction? Oh, maybe a little bit of weight reduction or something? Yeah, Curse, definitely go for it. I'll have to listen to it after stream though, just because my audio is not, like, it's kind of weird when I stream. Let's put it in our daughter board. Let's see, where did I move that screws for the daughter board here? Everything's falling off the side over here. Weight reduction for extra HP. Be careful, the last screw is still... There's still a screw in there? No. No. I got all the screws out. There's only 3 on the bottom, by the way. I know it's kind of weird, Dragon. There's 3 little ones and 4 big ones. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know why they put only 3 here and not like an extra screw set on the side, but... Also, this is interesting here. Why is there no keyboard case here? I wonder if that's just a offset. Oh, that's to offset this. Interesting. I wonder if that's a deliberate choice to make the arrows sound less, I guess, stiff. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Let's move this here. You just move some stuff off the desk, guys. My desk feels very cluttered. Damn, dude, I'm almost done with my coffee and it's making me sad. Good coffee this morning? Dude, that is a good feeling, T15. Alex, what's the difference, what difference would stabs and stabs with pads make? Man, stab pads, to my recollection, because it's been so long since I've used stab pads, the only thing that I remember stab pads doing for me was they kind of softened the bottom out. Like that's all I can recall. I don't think there's any other inherent benefits. I think there's actually a negative thing about stab pads though, which is stab pads, if you end up over lubing, like if you're not super deliberate with how much lube you're putting into your stabs, they kind of absorb a lot of the goo from the lubricants that kind of seep out, because every lube will seep out a little bit, and then you end up getting a really squishy kind of pad, and then it makes the pad sound weird. So yeah, it feels muddy. Yeah, I think there's more negatives that can potentially happen rather than positives with that. So I wouldn't recommend them, to be honest. I just build them on 3 keyboards and tested them. It's really mushy. Yeah, I listened to what Dragon said, basically. Do I like broccoli cheddar soup from Panera? I've never been to Panera. There's no Paneras here in Toronto that I know of. I'll be right back, guys. I need to use the restroom. One moment. So nice.
Oh Alex, so everything is in. I will be sending the Arc your way tomorrow. Do you want me to include the plate so you can flip it over with all the switches in lol?
What's Ripperoni? What happened? Sounds like, bro, I had some the other day. It's so good. Alex is gone. Well, that was shit timing. What did I miss? The last dono. Hold on. Let me load up the dono thingy. Dude, I really had to pee. I was holding it in for so long, dude. Hold on. I don't know why it still doesn't show up on OBS. OBS is so stupid. Megan, so everything's in. I will be sending the arc away tomorrow. Do you want me to include plates so you can flip it over with all the switches? You know what? Can you include the plate? Can you include it? That would be a godsend because I don't trust myself to flip over those things. Perfect. Thank you, Megan. Really appreciate that. By the way, guys, if you guys want builds done, April is looking pretty nice right now. It's like calm compared to this month. So if you guys submit builds now, you're most likely going to be scheduled for mid-April, early April. I think only the first week has been sort of taken up by one person, which is Quantum. I think he wants me to do like 3 Kohaku PCBs. Where did I get my mouse painted? So it's not actually done by me. It's done by Leonardo da Mouse. Should you just take 2 weeks off in April, Alex? Or should just take 2 weeks off in April? Like, I'm not feeling burnt out at all, by the way. I think the only thing that has me bummed over the last 2 weeks is just literally all the weird shit that's been happening to me. You guys know it feels defeating, you know? Like, it kind of feels like when you're doing everything as good as you possibly can, everyone's like having a good time, but then just like a negative thing happens, and then yeah, that's kind of how I've been feeling. Like, it's just a lot of like random bullshit. Why there's so many of these things? So that's kind of how I've been, I guess, feeling. Hobby is not dead. Hobby's not dead. Hobby's not dead. Judo. So nice.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, T16. Thank you so much. The EH is fire. Oh, dude. You know what? I was really looking at the Event Horizon this morning, and I'm like, God, this is still one of like the prettiest boards I own. The prettiest. By the way, I'm not keeping this Fuji75, by the way. This is just sent to me to take a look at by Keith Spenceri. In case I didn't mention that earlier. I feel like I forgot today, just because I've been in a weird mindset. This is literally just us taking a look, and I'll be disassembling and taking back my switches and stabs afterwards. But so far, for $380 for the base model, you have to really like the aesthetic. I don't think there's anything truly unique about this keyboard that you can be like, oh yes, this is turning some heads. I also don't like this mounting point right underneath the spacebar. However, it won't be hard to take that off. So you know what? Maybe I just leave that off. I don't think I'm gonna keep this one here, or this one, or this one. Let's just leave it like this. I still don't know why people include those. I guess it's fine if you have gasket socks. That I don't mind, because you can just easily take them off. But I would figure that most designers would understand that it's kind of a net overall negative to have a mounting point at the spacebar. But some people, I guess, will enjoy a stiffer spacebar. However, if you're using something like adhesive gaskets, it's not the easiest to mod and take off if you end up not liking it. So that is my little bit of a quarrel. Patches, you like it? I'm sorry, Patches. Like I said, some people do like it. I look at it from like a quality of life standpoint. Because if you have adhesive gaskets and you put it on because you want to test it, it's not easy to take back and, forth those adhesive gaskets. I'm totally fine with them including the mounting points here, as long as it's not interfering with the case at all. Because you can just take off the socks. But when adhesive happens, adhesive makes it way more permanent, and you kind of have to live with the decision in most cases, unless you buy more adhesives. So it becomes a little bit of like a tough scenario. But I guess with an FR4 plate, you can just literally cut that off as well. It varies per board. I feel like TQ100 sounds empty without the spacebar gasket. Yep, you are very right. It does vary depending on the board as well. You are very right, Lego. Now, let's put this back together. Why isn't this sliding on nice? Am I doing this little cube thing wrong in the corner? Hold on one sec, guys. There we go. It seems like the gasket socks are also creating some sort of like, well, friction against the top case, which could be good for the sound profile. I feel like a lot of designs are moving away from those pour-on gasket strips. I still really like pour-on gasket strips. Like they do have a distinct feel and sound profile in some cases. However, they are a lot more permanent, and if you're gearing towards a more quality of life keyboard design where you can swap things out and stuff, yeah, they're not the best to have. Tight fit, eh? Manic, how am I doing, brother? I'm doing okay, man. How about you? How is life on your end? I mean, life's been good for me, I would say. Life's been okay. Like, haven't really had anything truly eventful happen. I've just been trying to focus on things like my art, my keyboard streams, making sure clients are all happy with keyboards. Also, I read something about someone asking me about a keyboard service. I don't know if they want. I can't see it now. I don't know what. Alex, how do those services work? What services? Which ones do we mean? Do you mean like my build services and stuff? Do you need to go out and touch grass? I'll be out there next weekend if you want beers and food. Cursed, I think I'll be free Saturday. So I think me and you have been meaning to get together and have a beer or something. I'll service you, Alex. Special services? Huh? Guys, it's 12:57 on a Sunday. What are we talking about right now? Premium services? What the? Huh? It's 9:57, even earlier. Well, where you are. Okay, Chappie. Okay, so the way that my build services work is they are at $50 for anything 75% and lower. TKLs are 60, and anything that's full size is usually 70. I don't even remember the last time I charged someone $70 because I think I just normally charge 60 as my top. But it depends on the board. Sometimes really big boards that require more solder and more time and more stabs to lube, I'll charge 70. I require you to include stabs, and I require you to include things like films for your switches. I'll cover every sort of lubricant. Oh yeah, and switches. You have to, switch springs. You have to include those too. Switches, depending on what I have to lubricate for switches, they start at $1.30. I had to charge a little bit more for that just because I've had people like send me over 500 switches, and then kind of change, what I need to do. So I charge a little bit more for switch lubing. I also take my time with switch lubing and make sure everything's very consistent. I'd like to say that I'm pretty good at it, so I charge $1.30 to start. Sometimes that can go up to $1.50 depending on what kind of mods you want done. And then things like the keyboard streams, they're all included with the $50 price point, or 60 or 70, whatever board size you're doing. Mil maxing is a different charge entirely. I provide those sockets. You don't even have to stress about that. Assuming that the PCB can be mil-maxed, I typically charge anywhere between $65 to $75. And again, I provide 305 sockets. You don't have to worry about anything about that. And then desoldering services, depending on the board, I would say normally that's anywhere between 45 and 65. Normally 65 for desoldering. And then what else? I think it's all the charges I possibly would have. You technically cursed, maybe. I think that's really it. So there's special scenarios where people have asked me for very special like requests for something. Sometimes I'll cater towards special requests. I do require people to have all the parts in hand already so they can physically inspect it, so they know I'm not like, I've never had it happen. But in the odd case that someone sends me something and it's scratched, I don't want to be blamed for it because I take very good care of client keyboards. My own keyboards, I don't give a shit about. But client keyboards, I take very good care. So I make sure that everyone else has their stuff in hand, inspect it, they send it off knowing full well what to expect back. And then you just cover shipping back both ways. I think normally what happens is I get the odd, I don't have a lot of people asking me to loop switches these days. Although I love doing it, it's fun. Nev is like a special case where I did straight from the vendor just because it was way cheaper for him and I want to help out clients in that regard. But I would say the majority of people, their bills end up coming to with shipping. If you go for just a standard build service, no switch looping, $80. And you get it streamed too. How much is shipping to you? Oh, from EU, I'm not too sure. That always varies, I find. Always varies. I'm never too positive about that. Oh, you can actually see the weight on this, which is nice too, by the way. I think a lot of these boards with the nicer side profiles from this kind of angle, you normally don't see that. But you can actually see the weight here. It's kind of nice. All right. Let me see. How does the back look at this? I can't really see much here. Overall, this is a pretty cool colorway, though. I don't think I've ever seen something in this kind of bubblegum pink. The E-coat looks absolutely perfect on this, by the way. I don't see any sort of blemishes on the E-coat. So it looks good. Again, I don't know how I feel about the $380 price point. I think the special edition should have been $380. And then I think the regular edition should have been $300, if anything. So I do think this is a little bit more on the pricey side. I don't know how big the run they're trying to do is, like if they're limiting the group buy. If they do, that makes sense. If they don't, this is definitely more of a premium product. I don't love the PVD on this for $450. You can kind of see some, minus the dust, the rippling. You can sort of see it there. Right there, as I kind of shine the light. I would suggest them to take a look and figure out to make this smoother. That would be my major criticism for this. Past that, I don't really have anything else that's a major criticism. Either way, it's a 4-piece design. So you got the back accent, the top case, the bottom case, and the brass weight on the inside. This one here is very heavy. All right, let's take some keycaps. So for the Corsa build, I actually have something fun planned for Dane's keyboard. For this build, I don't know what I want to use. I know everyone wants me to use the Hazakura switches or keycaps, so maybe we just use those. I don't really have a lot of artisans other than the Pokemon ones these days. I've pretty much given away like all my artisans to clients. There was a point in time where I was just including them with keyboards, and I haven't had an artisan in my collection for a long, long time. Alright, how about Daifuku? What if we use Daifuku instead? Because I don't really know where Hazakura is. Are you guys cool if I use Daifuku? I'm sure I have Hazakura somewhere. Oh wait, is this it? Oh no, but it's... Hold on. This might be a totally different... Oh no. Okay, hold on. Let me give it a quick little look, see, and I'll see if I can find Hazakura for you guys. Alright, we'll use Hazakura. Also, grab Dane's plate for his keyboard. Darling would fit as well. Oh! Guys, I gotta tell you guys about the most unhinged thing that happened regarding GMK Darling. So I guess a few streams ago, we talked about Darling and how people were just simping too much for the Darling character. And how I said it's a nice looking set, but like, I think the anime's overrated. I think we talked about that like a few streams ago, or I don't know, like 2 weeks ago. Someone watched that VOD and sent me the nastiest response to basically me saying the anime was kind of mid. It was like a 4-paragraph essay about how I have bad taste in anime. There's people who don't think it's bad. I don't know. I thought everyone was in agreement that it's an okay mid anime. It's not that great. How fucking dare you disrespect that mid anime? Found the artist. The beginning was good and it got worse, just like SAO. Bro, I don't want to talk about SAO. SAO is actually so bad. SAO kind of pisses me off a little bit. That's how bad SAO got me, dude. I watched SAO during a time where I was like, bro, this is sick. And I think I lost interest in Sword Art in season 2. Because Sword Art season 2, bro, when they made Asuna basically a helpless damsel compared to how badass she was in season 1, I was like, bro, fuck this show. This is dumb as fuck. So I stopped watching like almost immediately after that. Oh, this matches nicely. Actually, the pink is not exactly the same. I'll be the first to say this has more red inside of it, so. But we'll still use it. I think it'll look nice. Do I have any recommendations for lighting products for keyboard/product photography? So I do. I think you can go one of two routes. Route number 1. Get yourself, and actually for either route, you only really need one light to start. So pick yourself up a white like styrofoam board or a reflector of some sort. That'll be step number 1. That should cost you 10-20 bucks. Step number 2. For lights, you can either go with a constant light, which I probably recommend if you're just doing something smaller. I use a Nanolite Compact 100. They are, I'd say, maybe they are a little bit more expensive. I think they go for about 150, 200 bucks. But I think it's just a solid light that's very well diffused already. So you could go with something like that. The other way you could go is going a flash. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with flashes. I've been told Godox makes some good stuff. I use Proto, which is, I'm not even gonna, it's a little bit more high end. I do product photography for a living, basically, so I invested it into a flash that from a brand that I had used in the past. So it's what I do for a living as well. But I don't really recommend doing that right off the bat. I would go with Godox or something. That was actually when I was kind of researching what was good, because it's been a long time since I used strobes. Everyone recommended Godox. But that's kind of what I use. And then basically you bounce the light off of the styrofoam or the white Bristol board, and bam, you have something pretty crazy there. I will be building the lily, yes. I love pink and always have. I hate how when I was younger, pink was viewed as a girl color. Yeah, I would say there was definitely like a line in the sand while growing up when it came to which gender owns which color. I think that was probably the trail end when I was growing up though. Because I wore a lot of pink. Pink is good. Like I wore a lot of what would be considered feminine colors. I didn't really give a shit. We'll be taking a look at the Cloud 9. I will be! Dude, I'm stoked for that keyboard. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is people marketing things. Exactly that. You are very right. Pink's cool, though. You guys see me with a lot of pink stuff on my desk sometimes. I mean, I have this on my desk at all times. This is my only desk ornament that I have. My girlfriend gave me this, and it's pink. I like it on my desk. Gives it a nice pop of color. Yeah, yeah. She got it for me 3-4 weeks ago. Yeah, my mouse is also pink. I like pink. Looks like you. Am I look like a fortune cat? Yeah, the board isn't exactly the right shade of pink for this particular keycap set, but you know what? It'll be fine. Is it actually Pattis? Hydrate, El Quan. EPBT Superstar would like dink on this? Agreed. You ever try the keyboard render kit too for Blender? Super cool. It has lots of keyboard models. You can basically design anything you want, render some sweet shots. I dabbled with keyboard 3D stuff a long time ago. It was a lot of fun, by the way. So much fun relearning how to do 3D modeling and stuff. And it's how I created a lot of the renders and stuff for Aether when I designed Aether. It's been a long time though. I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit. I don't even remember how to do any of that stuff again. 3D modeling is fun for me, but it's not something I'm extra passionate about. But it is fun. So the bottom layout is a little funky here. I guess we have to do 1U keycaps, which is fine. This is so pretty. Yeah, it turned out really cool. Again though, I'll be the first to say it. I do think 380 is a little on the high side for this. But if this ends up feeling good and sounding good and you're really into the design of this keyboard, maybe you can justify it. I would like the price point, well actually even the special edition price point, to be brought down by a little bit if at all possible.
Elquan gifted a tier 1 sub to Z Multivac.
Thank you.
They have given 140 gift subs in the channel.
God damn, man. Elquan, are you coming to the Toronto meetup? If that ticket's even go on sale anytime soon. Alright. 380 and no RGB through the keys. Believe it or not, Mr. Evil, I would say 95% of the keyboards here don't have RGB. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or anything, but 95% of the custom stuff don't have RGB. Only very few. And then the reason why they don't have it either is because none of the keycaps have shine through. That was, I think it was a joke. I'm hoping. But either way, I want to just let them know because it could be someone who's not being joking around. I don't know. It's good to be a little serious sometimes. Dane.
Danados keeps gifted a tier 1 sub to Chowsy.
Okay, so these are SWK switches, the Ripple ones. We have GMK keycaps, FR4 plate, Cherry stabilizers, which I have not tuned. I have to double check if these are okay. And this is the Fuji75. Again, we spoke a little bit about the history of the design studio here at the beginning of the streams. If you missed that and wanted to go back to it, it should just be available to go back to. So here's what it sounds like. I mean, this sounds nice. I think removing the gaskets under the spacebar was a sick idea. The spacebar? Oh, I need to tune it a little bit. You're probably hearing a little bit of ticking sounds. Hold on, let me tune the spacebar. The alphas sound nice. These switches sound really good, by the way. I have no quarrels with the sound profile. Perhaps we do need to put in those gaskets again. Perhaps they are reliant on it. Maybe they're bouncing too much up and down and impacting the top or bottom case, but this sounds nice. I see why they left this area kind of blank for the arrow keys. The arrow keys actually sound really good on this, because they didn't add any material to kind of support the plate here. Okay. Yeah, the arrows do sound really good. So that's interesting. I like the way they did that. Okay, this does sound nice. Candy pink, yeah. It feels good too. I still don't believe this is 19 mil. For whatever reason, this feels high. Like, I do feel like I have to float my wrists a little bit. If this is 19 mil, then I'm going crazy. Overall, I think the keyboard does sound good. I think it feels good too. It's pretty standard. There's no real, I guess, thrills here in terms of what this sounds like. It sounds good. Like, it sounds awesome, feels good. There's not a lot of extra features you're gonna get in this either. I do think the only real interesting bit that I've seen in the internals is the lack of material here on the bottom to kind of let this float. So you can see this is flexing a little bit, which also makes the arrows sound pretty good. So cool idea there. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I do wish this was $300 price point instead of $380 to start. No, the arrows don't feel like they're flexing too much at all. That was just me pressing really hard. I wish this was 300 bucks. I would feel way better at 300 bucks than 380. Again, if they're doing this as some sort of like limited run or just very small batch, then I get it. But I do feel like this is expensive for what it is. How do I feel about the cutout on the top right instead of a badge? I mean, it doesn't bother me at all, Dragon. I think it's weird how they did it, because usually I find something they would just screw it to the top, but interesting, I guess. So interesting, but this is probably going to collect dust though, just so you guys are aware. This will most likely collect dust pretty badly if you guys are in a dusty room. Yeah, it'll get a little gunky, yeah, for sure. It's 380 without the extra weight that's PVD'd. Can you try no desk pad? Yeah. Again, would like to see this a little bit cheaper. It sounds good, like even without the desk pad. Normally it's like hit and miss, right? Either you get a really good sounding keyboard without a desk pad, or it just sounds awful. This sounds pretty good. But yeah, if again, my other major point of criticism, just to kind of reiterate it, is I think the PVD needs to be a little bit better for this. Other than that, the aesthetic is there. I like the look of the keyboard. It does look good. I have no complaints in terms of anything else. I just wish this was a bit cheaper so it'd be a little bit more competitive in today's market. If that makes sense. They're adhesive feet, so they're not like Geon feet. That's really my only point of criticism, other than the weight, is the price point. Because it just doesn't feel like it belongs, or it's not belongs rather, but yeah, it's like a Fuji75 meets, I would even say Fuji75 is like a blend. Oh, you're saying Verse Sonnet. I thought you said meets Sonnet. The Sonnet to me is still a nicer looking keyboard. I think I prefer it over this, but they definitely sound different. But yeah, this is kind of like a 7V meets something else here. I don't know. Kind of almost has like a 7V aesthetic. 7V meets Fuji75 in a 75 format. Thank you, Zane. Appreciate you. But now that this is done, if you were interested in this is Key Spenceri. Kiwi and Feather do Key Spenceri. So again, we talked a little bit about Sakura at the beginning of the stream in case you want to go back to that. So Mochi for sure. I think these switches are a great choice for this, by the way. Also, really like these ripple switches. All right, next thing we have a little thing for Dane here. So this is a Corsa that we're doing for Dane. Little Corsa, I need to dust it a little bit. But let's take it apart. I don't know how you do this on stream and make it look so casual, such endurance. What do you mean, Doug? Oh my God, I'm nervous to open this thing. Catch ball system, baby. The plate looks like a skeleton. We are not using this plate. Believe it or not, we are switching it out. We are gonna, oh, that doesn't come out. That's right. We are gonna be switching out this plate. So nice.
Alexotos love.
Thank you so much, Dragon. I appreciate the tier 1, man. This plate is not staying. Oh, dropped one of the gaskets on the floor. All right. This gasket does not survive. Is this adhesive? Oh no, this is just something that stays like that. All right. Halfway through rebuilding my Alveus yesterday, just got tired and bored. Just couldn't find any boards to use. Been cleaning a lot. Was forced to use Kohaku. Hey, you know, being forced to use a Kohaku is still not a bad thing. I will, Dane. I will. Yeah, dude. Do you guys like plates like this, by the way? You know, it's one of those things where all I hear from people is no, but I keep seeing people make them. So I don't know if there's like a different demographic that I'm not really like seeing in the keyboard industry, I guess. But everyone I know just says, no, I don't like those. We're using a different plate for this. Is it the overseas market? Well, I mean, I get that though, but you know, at the same time, I would say personally, ooh, this is okay. Hype keyboards, this is fancy. Whoa, that is a nice little addition for the Hype keyboards. Wow. Cool. I feel really bad opening this. It's so well packaged. Well, I guess I gotta open it. Very fancy. Guess I gotta order one of those Tom's autograph now. I personally talked to local vendor. Chinese GBs usually quadruple international equivalent GBs, for example. No, the market there is pretty crazy. It definitely is. Meme plates are summed up by the fact that the moment you use them, they're required to include massive foams. Ooh. Okay, we're using a non-meme plate for this. Non-meme plates. No memes here. Absolutely no memes. Have I only been streaming for an hour and a half? I don't know why. I'm so thrown off today by everything. So thrown off. Okay, I'm gonna actually double check everything here. and just clean it off a little bit. A proper plate. Are the stabs sitting okay? This is a 1.2 mil PCB, so I just want to make sure. I already did basically half of this build for Dane. I thought today we'd run, I don't know why, I thought the Fuji was solderable. So I thought that we wouldn't have a lot of time today. I do want to tighten up some of these stabs though. And then Dane, do you want the foam on the bottom? Do you still want that? Unsure if you do. Feels terrific rebuilding a keyboard while watching you stream. I'm glad, guys. I'll take it just in case. Oh, I mean, like, leave it in. Yeah, I'll just leave it in then. Fuck it. Hey, Rotate, thank you. Guys, I really appreciate you being here. I hope you guys are having fun with the stream, man. I really do. Oh, I feel like there's a lot of shit on my desk. I feel like there's way too much stuff. Hold on one sec. Sure, we can play around with it, Dane. Oh, wrong bit. This uses this. To another PCB for it. Dane, DST has caught up. Thought I'd have lunch already, but stream has just started. Well, I mean, we're doing 2 builds today, so I wouldn't stress too much in case you guys want to watch. Wait, what time is it in Toronto? I thought the stream started at 1 p.m. Long story short, stream is supposed to start at 1 p.m. However, I started it at 12, so 1 hour early, because I was like, well, I'm building 2 keyboards, and I wasn't sure how long it would all take. So I was like, well, I have something I need to go and attend to after stream. So I figured I'll just do this an hour early. But lo and behold, I'm doing things too fast, I guess. I'm not even trying to. I got a board without a carrying case. Got recommendations? I mean, I think there's a lot of like well-priced cases you can go for. I think a case I would recommend would be, I think Omnitype has them still. The Jelly Epic. Yeah, TX also makes some pretty good cases too. Ooh. I'm actually really excited to see what it sounds like with this plate. Okay, and then we're doing BCPs. This is going to be an interesting little build today. Very, very interesting. Also, Dane, don't hate me, but I want to use a set of PBT keycaps on this today, just because I want to take a look at them. But we can still see what it sounds like with GMK too. We can just like put a few GMK keycaps on it. But I had a feeling that I'm like, okay, this might be a cool little combo. Gion has some good cases. I really haven't purchased cases. I don't really do traveling with my keyboards at all. So I haven't had the need to buy a case. These are from Divinity. These are already lubed, so we're not lubing them. Right, Dane? We're not lubing these, right? I mean, they sound fine. More worried about consistency, but I guess I'll find that out more as I type on the keyboard. I'll find that out more as I type on the board. For Frosted Balder 65, GMK Redacted or GMK Mercury? I mean, I'd go with Redacted. I think Redacted looks sick on the Balder, personally. Alex, you gonna grab my fishy tomorrow? Yes. 100% yes. How come it didn't, obviously I don't expect you to know the answer, Kenny, but how come it was delayed by the Postal Service? Did I do something wrong? Or was it just delayed? I don't travel either. I've got so many hard cases in my closet. If anyone in chat needs one, DM me and pay for shipping, you can have it. I actually save all the hard cases for giveaways. I did drop it off pretty late. Okay. Well, there you go. If anyone wants a case, Dandy is offering some. You know how many I've given away, Dandy? You know how many hard shell cases have left my house just because I did not need them? There's even been a few clients who ship me boards and they don't include cases, and I'm just like, do you want one? I can give you a case. And I just end up giving them cases too. They take up so much space. Cannot DM you. I bought some of the KBD fans canvas cases for when I'm taking keyboards cases to school. How do you guys find that, by the way? Taking keyboards to school and class and stuff. Or I guess to work. Do people ever give you looks or anything like that? I'm so weird with keyboards in public. I was doing a client drop off the other day and I had the keyboard case like with the handle. And someone went up to me and asked me what instrument do I play? And I said the keyboard, and they looked so confused. I was dropping off a derivative with someone. I thought it was funny, but people were more confused at work. Wish I was in this when I was in school, though. That would be really cool in school, I feel. I mean, a keyboard would make sense. It is an instrument. Actually, I don't know if you guys have had this experience, but a few people I've talked to, when they ask me what I do for work, I say I build keyboards. And dude, I think actually just about every person I've ever talked to who's not already into mechanical keyboards, when I say I build keyboards, I always have to specify mechanical. Because if I don't, they go, oh, that's really cool. Like, do you build pianos and stuff? Like, how do you do that? But everyone does assume it's always musical, which is, it's interesting. I mean, obviously, because I'm into tech stuff, my first thought is keyboards, like, mechanical keyboards. It's interesting, very interesting. I would love to learn how to play the piano, though. That's something I would love to. To be fair, building pianos does sound super cool. Dude, it really does, Trudeau. One day, if I have a bit more time in my hands and more space, I would love to learn how to play the piano. That sounds like so much fun. So I lower expectations from the get-go. Piano is a mechanical keyboard. Don't tempt me to come over. What? What's going on? So annoying trying to justify to simpletons at work. Don't call them simpletons. Oh my goodness. No, I've definitely had to do some over-explaining, and then I'm really bad at over-explaining, by the way. First of all, I ramble on and on and on when I talk, which I think I've talked to you guys about. And then when people do ask me for more information about keyboard stuff, again, I've already mentioned this once, but I'll say it again.
Damn.
Lazy! Thank you, man. I appreciate the love here, bro. Thank you, dude. But when people do ask me about keyboard stuff, dude, I don't know why. I just vomit information, bro. I just like, hey, you want to know about group eyes? And I'll be like, you want to know about how different plastics make different sounds? They didn't ask that, but that's in my head what they're asking. And I'll just start telling them. And then their face is always like this. They're always like, okay. So, I mean, it's the passion coming out. There's been a few times where we've gone to, like, I don't know, an event of some sort, like a night out. I don't do it anymore, though, but probably a year or two ago. And I get home and I'm just like all ignorant, being like, yeah, I had a great time. And then my girlfriend will sit me down and she'll be like, Alex, I want to let you know that you talked about keyboards to someone for almost 30 minutes. And I think they were just being nice and they didn't want to listen to you. And I'm like, well, they could have told me to shut up, but they didn't. So she doesn't understand. I know they're just being very polite. They're being very, very polite. But it's always my like, but they didn't tell me to stop. To be honest, I love when people talk about what they passionate about. Oh, dude, I love when people do that. Absolutely love it. Because that means I'm talking to someone usually who would listen to me about my passions. But it's always beautiful seeing like someone just talk about the minute details about what they love. This is me 100%. Yeah, that's my first reaction when someone's like, you talk too much about this. I'm like, bro, you could have told me to shut up 30 minutes ago when I would have done that. No hard feelings. Absolutely no hard feelings. I know I ramble, dude. I already know. If you talked to me about keyboards for 30 minutes, I'd be annoyed you didn't keep going. True. Poor Danny has to listen to me talk about keyboards and cameras non-stop. Yeah. Alex, these aren't Nixies. Are you okay? Well, it's not really my board, so I don't have the choice here to force anyone to use anything. Bro, you missed Howie's Hello Kitty toilet paper last night? No, you guys tagged me and showed me. Hey, you know what? More power to him, bro. He's just trying to wipe his ass. It's alright. Pocket Nixie spacebar incoming. Dane, I think you may have ordered one too many bags of BCPs. Not the hello Howie TP. Oh my god. I always get extras? Okay. Never hurts to have spare spacebar BCPs. You know what? You're not wrong. You are not wrong at all. Alex can force me to use anything he wants? Huh? Yeah, that's a huh times 2, bro. This vendor really should reduce his packaging. I think this is recycling. It's compostable at the very least, just to make everyone feel better. It is annoying. I will admit, I love Divinity. Love them. I always thought these were annoying to use and even store. It's fine. I don't mind the package though. I don't. It says compostable. It says recyclable, I guess. I'm fine if it is all that it says it is. But I do agree. I have a few things I've ordered from Divinity. Everything's compostable, biodegradable, it just takes time. I don't know, I'm just following what it says in the package here. I do think it'd be nice if it came in one bag, just for even storage purposes. You know, I have been getting some vendors sending me stuff in just some brown boxes. I'm even fine with that. So. Well, it says it's plant-made. I don't know if that's true or not, but plant-made compostable. Eat it? I don't know if I want to eat it today. That's why I like GMK packaging. GMK packaging. Who said that? Was that Addo? GMK packaging is truly something else. So GMK packaging falls into one thing where they're very trying to be very environmentally friendly. Love that. But then GMK packaging also falls apart in your hands. And then you're forced to go buy a plastic box because it falls apart in your hands. So it's kind of like that middle ground of, I think it is compostable and, you know, it does, you know, do that stuff literally in your hands though. It's so advanced it falls apart before it even reaches you. Yeah, it already starts composting the moment it gets made. It's too degradable. Yeah, it's literally, dude, it is. It really is, bro. Don't worry about composting. It will dissolve if you just run it under a little water. Has anyone tried that? Yeah, I'm not arguing. Like, let them do whatever they want to do. I think the better solution overall, though, to me, is, I mean, I don't know why more people don't do this. I would even say that if GMK were to ship the keycaps I don't know. My thought process is like, give me something this big, whatever, and then make it yay tall, have your slots with that biodegradable shit inside of it, but give me a box that I can reuse. Like, I would even take a thick cardboard box that I could reuse that's about yay big, whatever, and store it. But right now, the way that those GMK packages are, like, I can see on my shelf, there's 2 or 3 which are literally falling apart right now. Again, I just think that there could be some better ways to go about how their packages are. Again, a thick cardboard box, I would even be more than happy with, where I can just take out all that stuff and pour the keycaps in and make them all stackable. 100%. And they could even ship them like that too. But again, GMK packages also accumulate silverfish in the summer. I've heard that as well. I have heard that. Dane, you want it here on the inside? Like right here? Yes? I don't think GMK packaging is going anywhere due to German laws, but they definitely need to redesign it again. Yeah, again, I don't mind it being biodegradable and paper and stuff and whatever it is, potato. But I just personally feel it needs to be redesigned. One more time, just like a final hurrah into making it the best packaging possible. It's my biggest complaint from GMK. Their latest iteration of their packaging has been okay, but it could still be better, IMO. But maybe it's just me. I don't know. Perhaps it's just me. Please don't fix GMK. Why? All right, here we go. We're going to sign it now. There we go. Dunskies. It doesn't say Alexotos. Put a dick. Okay. Why didn't Teja fix it while he was there? You know what? I would ask Teja. You spelt your name wrong. I'm gonna just let it like sit for a second before I... Also, I don't remember what GIF is on this board, Dane. Now I want a now I want an Alex signed keyboard case. If you guys ever want them, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't think my signature is all that special, but if you guys want me to build your boards and put my signature in it, I can. Should be good. How does this go again? Was it this way? I think it was this way. Alrighty. So, this is pretty much done. No, I think for funsies, we put a face on this at one point because someone donated subs and was like, put my face on this. I guarantee you it's still his face. I think it's someone's face, just like a zoom in of someone's face, Dane. Oh my gosh. Please get in there. I don't think it was Kenny's. This was an interesting board when it came out. Very, very interesting board. I still think this is probably what sparked everyone to use this catchball system. Doesn't your dad love this board? No, my dad likes the Navi. He actually took it from me. I really like, hear me out. I like the original Corsa. Was it the original Corsa? I really like the way that one there ended up turning out. But my dad took the Navi from me. He really liked it. Because he also really likes racing. So he saw that it had the Nuremberg thingy-majigger in it. And he's like, oh, I like that theme. And I was like, oh, why? Did you want it? And he said yes. So I think I put this on upside down. Did I? That's not upside down. No, I didn't. This just sits like this. This is my one gripe with the Corsa is this badge was so loose. Oh, the small rings. That's right, Cavi. Forgot about those. Hey, good thing this is so easy to take apart. Upside down. The dad tax evolved from reaching back into the car for snacks to just taking keyboards. I mean, realistically, because I told him, I was like, listen, they're letting me keep this. When he's like, oh, when he was like oohing and awing it, because he came over to my house and I showed him. I was like, they're letting me keep this. I want to give this away because I'm probably not going to use it because it just wasn't, I don't know, it just wasn't a keyboard I was like super good with the sound profile with. Maybe if I tuned it a little bit more, but, and he said, well, if you're going to give it away, can I have it? And I haven't really he bought his own keyboard, by the way. Originally, he bought his own custom. This is sort of back in the days when I was sort of getting really into keyboards. And then I built his custom for him. But that's his second, actually that's his third keyboard. He has a Tofu. He bought an original Tofu in purple, I believe. He really liked that plum tofu color because it reminds him of one of the cars. He's a big car guy, so he reminded him of one of the cars he really likes. And then the second keyboard he got, I felt really bad because he got one from Mech Market. And then I think it ended up being a knockoff keyboard. I never ended up building that one there on stream. But I think it was like a fake keyboard of some sort. It was okay quality. Yeah, it was the Dodge, yeah. And he's been using, I think he's been using the Tofu mostly. And then the final keyboard he ended up getting was the Navi. He really likes that one there. I think that's the one he's using like full time right now. Let's see. I don't remember what. Oh, never mind. It's just the standard little guy pounding over here. This one, Dane. I thought it was something very different. This is actually a really cool keyboard. Very, very interesting. Yeah, the Lucy GIF was that? That was a long time ago. All right. Let's do the keycaps. Okay, so these are interesting. Dude, Canon Keys sent these. I'm probably going to give this set away, by the way. Let me just play around with them first. I'll give this set away. Actually, I have a bunch of things we're doing for the big March 18th giveaway. This is called 1928. Just take a look at it. There's the box art on the back. I think this is on sale now too. Yeah, 1928. This little steamboat. That is a super cute idea for the F keys. Protected by public domain. How could we enter for the giveaway? No, this is not. Actually, I don't think this is nice PBT. I think this is Canon caps. The giveaway stuff. Okay, let me do a quick explanation. Let me catch my thought here. So basically, March 18th, we're doing some giveaway stuff. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to be a sub or anything like that. It will be partly a subathon to help me cover some of the shipping costs because every time we do one of these big giveaways, I think every time it's costing me almost $1,000 to $1,100. Probably usually more. So I do a subathon to help cover that, as well as cover any of the parts and stuff that I've already bought for the keyboards. I always go, it's always a net negative for me anyways. I'm rambling, but it'll be done on March 18th, and then it'll just be like a raffle thing. So as we go. I just don't want that to happen. I don't want there to be any barriers of entry for anyone entering. You know what I mean? Because there are some people, and I try to be very... I try to be very understanding of this as well, because what if someone can't afford $30 shipping and they want a prize? Does that mean they have to pass up on that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that to ever happen and someone to feel bad about it. So that's kind of why I don't want to do that. If that makes any sense. You said these are nice, PBT? I'm not cute? Huh? But if we want it, we could. They'll be in your debt if you ever need a favor. W. Alex. Yeah, I just don't want I don't want someone to feel bad because they have to skip on something, and if it costs them like $50 or like I've had a winner a long time ago, because I think one of the very first giveaways I did, I said winner pays for shipping. And I remember it was shipping to another country, and it was something like $170, and that guy there just could not afford it. At the time, I couldn't afford it either. But we ended up waiting for him to get more money to pay for shipping. But it's not something I want to deal with. It's not something I want to like have someone feel bad about, you know? So I'll just pay for the shipping. For $200, I'm driving to Toronto? Avo? Actually, these feel really nice. It's been a while since I've used PBT from Canning Keys. Alex, you're so thoughtful. I try to be empathetic, and like, I think empathy is very powerful. It's something that I don't always do a great job about. I'm going to be the first to admit. I don't know how you guys are, but sometimes I forget to be empathetic, and where I remember, I try to do it the best I possibly can. I'm horrible and mean. I can be pretty horrible sometimes myself. I work customer service and I overtax my empathy with that. No, I get that. That's why, man, like anyone who, I think it should be a requirement in this world, bro. I think in order to graduate high school or something, they should literally make you work a customer service job. No exceptions. Like, you need to be in a customer service job for at least I'd say 6 months, and fully understand what customer service people have to go through. That is my humble little opinion there. I'm always perfect at being empathetic. I don't understand why it's so hard for everyone else. I feel like that wasn't very empathetic, Lane. Customer service, fast food, store checkout, all the boots on the ground jobs. Yes. Plus, have a manager that gives you crappy schedules. Yeah. Hello, hi Fresh, how you doing? I was very apathetic when I was younger, and that was not cool. No. I can imagine. Who's Bunny? I can't wait to quit my CS job when I've got enough money past this Easter. Dude, I worked customer service for 7 years. I think I did start when I was about 17, 18 years old. And I think I stopped doing customer service when I was about 24, 25. Something along that timeline. Why isn't this? Is this spacebar wonky? I think this spacebar is unfortunately warped. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Or maybe stabies don't work with this? Well, I might have to grab a different spacebar for this guy. I don't want to damage the board at all. Was having this conversation with friends. All of our first jobs were in customer service, built a lot of thick skin and understanding on how to deal with other people. Dude, I'm so glad you said that, Matthew, because I am all for people learning how to be like that with a job. Like, A, you're getting paid for it, you know? B, it'll teach you how people are, and it gives you a different perspective on things, right? Because, like, dude, you know how many times when I worked in Best Buy, people would come into the store and just start being fucking mean about just everything, and they just need shit done ASAP. But you know what's ingrained in my head when I go into a store now? If I see people slacking off and doing their own thing, like, even that, like, yes, it does tilt me a little bit, because even when I worked in stores, but I'll always be patient with people with stores like that, man. Always. Other customers, though, I am not patient with. That is my weak point. There was a time I went into a store, and, oh man, this is probably a bad example, but there was a time I went into a store and there was just some guy getting so fucking mad at one of the employees that I cut in. I just, like, they're talking to the employee. I just said, excuse me, I have a quick question. And I looked at the guy, I'm like, sorry to interrupt. And then I asked the guy something, like the kid who was working there. And then I kind of pulled him to the side, basically, and I kind of like made the guy shoo away because I just was taking up the kid's time. But I didn't actually need to buy anything. I just wanted to get the kid away from this guy yelling at him. Okay, this spacebar, unfortunately... Oh! Okay, it's on now, but it is warped. Yeah, the spacebar is a little too warped, guys. I'm going to take this off. Could be a Stabies thing, most likely. It's been a while since I've looked at Canon Keys PBT sets, so I don't know how well they're made. Shift. I think you just had to press harder. It doesn't sound, it's not actuating nicely though, so I'm just gonna test the GMK one, and then we can go from there. Like, I don't want it to like sit there and snap everything off, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit. It got caught. Flip it. Sunday photos. Not today, only because I have something to go to. I pinky swear we'll do it tomorrow. The moment we start stream tomorrow, we'll start off tomorrow's stream with Sunday photos. I actually have to get going in the next 10, 15, 20-ish minutes. And I have to get dressed and stuff too. It's a last minute thing that I'm helping a friend with. So I don't want to be late for it and then cause them to be stressed out. If that makes sense. I got novelties and stuff here too. What keycaps am I looking at? Or trying to look for? I need these guys. Are they not on? Which thing is on here? Yeah, it does come with... There's one more thing on the box here too. There's a lot of other space bars we can try, if anything. But I'm looking for... I guess I'm looking for these. Yeah, we did... The last 2 Sundays in a row, we've done photos. Today just might be the only exception. I really do apologize. But yeah, today might be the exception to that. Yeah, the black would go nice on this too. The accent for this. Actually, it's a nice little color scheme for this. Kind of makes the case shine a lot. Function. Oh, I'm struggling with keycaps today. Durian. Yeah, man. Dude, we've been doing a lot of streams, though, so I don't blame you if you wanted to break from me. We've been doing way too many streams. Had a drugged up dog owner come into my job yesterday, bought a lot of stuff, and but once I started checking him out, he asked me to void and scan new stuff, still making decisions in line. Had to call my manager to swap with me so I can calm down. I know exactly what you're thinking, Pattis. I have been in basically that same situation. You know what, Zanny? I got you. Hold on. There we go. Okay? I got you, dude. You don't have to go. You don't have to like leave stream thinking about this. All right, let me just grab a 6.25U GMK set. Now my OCD is going up. Flip it back. Okay, Avo. You know what? You know what, Avo? Let's use the one from New Well. Should be fine to put in. Okay. Yeah, I think this keycap set kind of works with this. I had a feeling it would. My rationale was either I blow up and break in the break room or blow up on the customer. Yeah. I've had a... Dude, you know how many times I think I've only lost my temper on a customer one time in the past, so... I really appreciate everything you've taught me on my journey in this hobby, not only recommendations, but also creating awareness for so many aspects of a keyboard. Schmid, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. I try my best. I think there are a lot of fun aspects in keyboards, including the people in keyboards, so... Actually, it doesn't sound bad with the PBT. I was a little concerned. I need to tune the stab a little bit more. It actually sounds way better than it did before. The reason I didn't use the Corsa much, just because I didn't really like the way it sounded. Yeah, a little bit of lube. Actually, I want to use this particular thing here. Yeah, that's good. Probably sound better with all GMK on it. Plate makes a huge difference. Yeah, dude, this made a huge difference. I don't think this would have sounded great with that other plate. Much better. Believe it or not, I actually kind of like it with the PBT. Stabies need very delicate amount of lube. I cleaned them off before I did this build, actually. And then I re-lubed them. But obviously I didn't put enough. Can I compare it with the Event Horizon? Oh man, I think that's a little unfair. Dude, I gotta admit though, this actually sounds pretty good. Just 205 and a little bit of dielectric grease. Okay, I was like, here, actually, I'll show you guys my thought process. I wanted to see if this particular mounting point was interfering, but it is actually allowing this to move nicely up and down. So very, very nice. Damn, BCP spacebars are interesting. Dane, can I try a few different switches for this? Would you be open to letting me try it? Well, I'm going to do it anyways because it's hot swap. Never mind. I want to try two things. This is personal preference. BCPs bottom out so quick that they're kind of fatiguing on the thumb. I don't know why. I just feel like it's kind of like bothering me a little bit. A little too fatiguing for me. No. No pocket Nixie. No pocket Nixie. Not yet anyways. Milky yellow to start. The yellow is nice. The yellow is a little bit low pitch though for the rest of the board, so I don't know if I like the yellow. Let's go with a different switch here. Now we're gonna do a Nixie. Oh. Although I'm gonna be honest, sounds exactly the fucking same as the milky yellow. Too similar. New favorite spacebar is the WS Jade. I actually feel like, you know what might actually be really nice for this? An Obscura switch. That actually might be the best choice. Let's try an Obscura. Yeah, we have to go with something loud for this. Obscuras don't really fatigue my thumbs, so... Ooh, I like the Obscura a lot. Ooh. I don't have a cream soda here at the moment, but I kind of like the way this sounds. And it's not as fatiguing on my thumb too. I think I might leave this one in here, Dane, for now. Obviously you can just pop it out when you get home, but I kind of feel like this is the best choice. I gotta admit though, the other mods all sound pretty good. This plate made a big difference. Hi Oak, how you doing, dude? BCPs on the alphas, PBT keycaps, which believe it or not actually sound pretty good on this. And then we are using a GMK spacebar. Which sounds pretty good in my opinion. Pretty happy with that. The only thing I wish Matrix would do next is offer 1.6mm PCBs. That is my only other wish for Matrix, because I would have liked to use a cherry clip-in, but I don't love using cherry clip-ins with 1.2mm PCBs and using like a little shim. Those get a little messy, IMO. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. No, that's okay, Dane. Honestly, I didn't think about it either when you ordered the parts. I still might try, Dane. If you're open to it, I might, because later tonight when I get home, I just want to do some tuning up of this board. I might actually take this quickly apart and see how well it works with the cherry clip-in. I probably might even go live for it, who knows. But just on the spacebar. But I mean, like, this doesn't sound bad at all. This sounds really good, actually. I'm not even mad at the sound. I'm just genuinely like curious at this point. The Space 82, I did not see that. No. This is an aluminum plate. It's not the stock one. It's actually from Hype Keyboards. I'll show you quick. If I can pull this cap off. What the hell? Hello? There we go. It's just a full plate. It's not like the skeleton plate you normally get from Matrix. This is actually, I kind of forgot how flexy this keyboard is. Like, I genuinely forgot about that. Damn. How do you feel about shortened travel distance at 3.2? You know, I've actually been leaning away from most shorter travel distance switches. I've been kind of liking just full travel. I think 3.5 is the most I'll do. 3.4 maybe. 3.2 sounds like it's too short. Like way too short. I mean, 3.2 is a lot. What do you mean? It's more than enough. It's pretty big in my opinion. Surprisingly sounds decent for the Flex too. Yeah, it actually does sound pretty decent for the Flex. Yeah, I think 3.5 to 4 is ideal. I think that's why I think the BCPs are not really my ideal switch in the world. Because the travel distance is so short. And it kind of fatigues my thumb a little bit. Because the bottom out's so quick. Maybe I just need to get used to it. But, MX Cherry Hyperglides. What's the worst switch I've ever used? Oh, 110% T1 switches. Absolute trash. T1s were really bad. And then there was one other switch. I think T1s are the worst ones though. Oh, and then I would even say this, and people might get annoyed at me for saying this. Dude, no offense. I think Gateron Inks, their V1s, back when they first came out, were also pretty bad. With the leaves falling out every single time you'd go to fucking lube those things. Those were pretty bad too. Duroc T1s, yeah. I don't know why Inks were so popular. To this day, I'll never understand. They had such a slew of issues, and they sounded just kind of whatever, but yeah. Ink V2s are fine. They fixed the problem. The V1s were a pain in the ass to mod. But lubing them was actually terrible, but you love to get inks. Yeah, inks were awful to lube. I remember I bought a batch of 90, and I only lubed 70 because half the leaves just fell out. What's up, my fellow photographer in chat? What's up, Luther? How you doing, man? Play around with it. Sounds good. Dane, and then I also have a little extra weight for you that we need to put on. And I got another little surprise for you too, Dane. I'm going to ship it with the keyboard back to you, my friend. You'll like it. I think you'll like it a lot. Box inks, they're good too. I don't like lubing box stems though. Pain in the ass to put together, but... Alright though, guys. That's... I guess we did only get to 2 hours and... I mean, hot swap boards, they don't take very much time to do, I guess. Oil Kings are good. I don't mind Oil Kings. I just don't think the stock lube on Oil Kings are very good at all, to be honest with you. So that's kind of my gripe there. To sum up today's builds, we did something cool for Mr. Dane, and then the Fuji ended up turning out pretty good. I would like to see better quality on the weight, and the only other piece of criticism I have is price point. I think price point's a little high for this starting at 380. I would like to see this get lowered. I don't know if it's possible. Yeah, here, I can type on it again for you, Lego. I don't think it's possible, but if it is possible, I would highly, highly recommend to stay in a competitive... Like, dude, today's market is so fucking competitive that I just don't know if 380... without having some sort of standout feature really works, but it is a pretty looking keyboard. it sounds really good. It feels really good. What about 380 including shipping? That would make me feel a little bit better, to be honest, Feather. I just feel like, you know, again, to be very, very, very honest with you, Feather, it's going to be a hard buy for a lot of people at 380 with the current market. I think where this would shine, Feather, if you didn't want to go the free shipping, would be probably a $300 mark. Not for the special edition one, but like a $300 mark might make a lot of people feel better. It's just a little high. Like someone even mentioned, there's the F1 currently on sale. There's a whole bunch of other 75s that you can currently still get as well. So the only selling point this would really have, other than having like a good sound profile, would be realistically the way it looks. And I think a $300-ish price point might make a lot of people feel better about purchasing this. No, mine's like okay, baby Troy. It's not like sharp nor is it smooth, you know? I love the stream. The schedule is perfect. Hell yeah. These are SWK Ripple switches. Although I gotta say one thing again, to give this credit for something unique that I've not seen, it did opt to actually not have any sort of mounting points around the arrow keys. And the arrow keys sound really good. Interesting design decision there where they didn't really have anything to support that. So kind of cool. Kind of cool as like a one-off cool thing of this. Any new 1800 boards out there? Not that I know of right now. Can't really say I know anything that's out there. All right, though, guys. I have to get going here. I got like 3 minutes to quickly get changed. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Actually, no, I don't have 3 minutes. I have 23 minutes. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. I hope everyone had a great day today. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Thank you, Feather and Kiwi and Key Spenceri for sending out this Fuji for me to take a look at. I'll take some pictures, send it right back. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. Let's go see who we can go raid. Bye, guys. Bye. I hope you guys have a really good day today, man. Hope everyone's Sunday ends up turning out good, you know? Let's raid Manic Geek. Oh, I don't know why it's making that noise. Dane, take it easy, dude. Disguised, Arms, Pew Pew, Lazy. Lazy, thank you again for the subs today, man. Ghost, Danford, Arms, Avo, Durian, Astra, Rifa. Thank you, guys. Lego, Just Steven, KMS, how you doing? RUMC, what's up? Pattis, see you guys. Have a good one. Oh, hold on. It didn't paste my thing. What the? Hold on 1 second. Peace out, guys. Enjoy Manic Stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It is a packed week of streams tomorrow, by the way. Packed. Absolutely jammed, bro. New follower, have a great day. Take care, Grace. Nice seeing you here. Peace out. Peace out, guys. Peace out. Bye, Bannock. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Take care, everyone, and see you tomorrow. Bye.